It is actually very annoying that people think that everyone in Africa lives in a primitive society, that we mingle with wildlife. Like all the years I've been living in Nigeria, since the moment I was born till now, I've only seen animals once, and that was when I visited the zoo during an excursion. And when I was in the university, at the University of Ibadan, we have a zoo there. So we go for excursion and picnic and visit the zoo and see animals. Because I don't understand why you think we are living in such a primitive society and we are living with the wildlife, the cheetahs, the lions, the giraffes, from Queen of Tears to Impossible Air to Shooting Stars to Kokdu Season of Deity. And no, from even marrying my husband, being melodramatic, Vincenzo, True Beauty, all of them, that even most I cannot even remember. And I've said this over and over. Anybody that knows me knows I keep hammering on this thing that this is rubbish. This narrative you people are pushing over and over and over again does not make sense. Hi guys and welcome back on the show. Today we'll be talking about the ignorance of K-drama about Africa. Or can we just say they know, but they just want to push that narrative? You see, I have a big issue with the way Africa is always referred to and worded. Africa is not a country. I don't understand. When did Africa become a country? Africa is a continent. Like, I've never seen someone so bold as K-drama writers. Or people, let's say people so bold as K-drama writers who would refer to a whole ass continent as an actual country. Like, it's just like me saying, oh, when I went to Asia. Like, you mean Asia, the continent? You people never mention a particular country. You just lump 54 countries under Africa and address all of them as Africa. What about Togo, Nairobi, Congo, Ghana, Malawi, Nigeria, Egypt, Morocco, Zimbabwe? We have names. We are individual countries with diverse culture, languages, and phonetics. And style. Living in Nigeria, it will amaze you that I have a lot of friends that watch K-drama from secondary school, and the amount of K-drama fans that exist in African countries is obvious to the extent that people living in Africa, just like every other place, consume Korean content to a reasonable extent, if not more. It has become more like an obsession right now. I don't know if many people listen to K-pop as much as they watch K-dramas, but I've noticed something very irritating, like so super irritating recently in the K-dramas I've been watching from 2022 till now. That is how Africa is being mentioned a lot in these K-dramas. It's like, funny enough, when Africa is mentioned, it's only for volunteer work. Sending someone to Africa as a punishment or building the first well in Africa. Like, it's so funny to me. I'm not going to deny that Africa has rural areas. We do have rural areas, and just like many other countries in the world. But you see, the Korean movie industry, ignorant reason, decided to ignore our civilization. You see, civilization has existed in Africa for centuries. If you don't know, I am telling you right now. It is very off-putting as a K-drama fan who is an average Nigerian citizen, and I've traveled within the country to an extent, and I've seen extreme rural areas where huts exist, and villages and cities and the luxurious part of Nigeria. So when I watch a K-drama where they say things like save Africa, I'm very confused. You see, these African mentions are not really necessary to some plots you people are putting out there. It makes me feel that they intentionally add it for like, you want to just shock us, or you just want to just create conversation or maybe buzz, unnecessary buzz about your movie. I have watched 3 K-dramas this year that have added that annoying African dialogue to their plots. I get that the image of Africa is heavily manipulated by the Western media, but isn't it good for you to actually research about things and acknowledge the sensitivity about some of the topics you're about to include? in your K-drama. I think at this point, K-drama writers, producers, directors, and even the actors themselves are just being ignorant to the fact that people from African countries actually watch K-dramas. Because how do you expect us to feel as fans if we are watching K-dramas and we see this rubbish about our continent and about our country? Sometimes it just make us want to just stick to the traditional and historical dramas, because this African rubbish in modern K-dramas is becoming so irritating. Like I've talked about this over and over and over again. I just feel like I have to talk about it again. It's actually very irritating. We are tired, I beg, as fans. And stop embarrassing us. Yes, we have this love for K-dramas, but you people need to stop embarrassing K-drama fans in Africa and in Nigeria. It is okay. You don't do. Are you people not tired of adding this rubbish dialogue to your K-dramas? Okay, let me just give you insights. It's as if people don't have insight again. Let me just give you plot. Why not include, he came to Africa to invest. He came to Africa to be included in a project, a massive $1 million project. How about that? How does that sound to you? Does it sound right? Does it sound interesting? It sounds right. Okay, maybe next time, instead of telling them they came to volunteer in Africa, why not say they came to invest in Africa? I beg.